Yo, so welcome to the Overlooked and Underrated podcast. We got Ken here, a comedian, and me and Harvey's gonna talk a little bit. So first, I want to ask you, Ken, like, when did you start getting into comedy? Like,
I started getting into comedy about all my life. Really, I've been funny like really since 2016.
hmm
I've had people tell me like you're funny. You need to like have your own radio and TV show. So 2016, I started via Snapchat.
yeah,
And when it came with Snapchat, I would be like, "Hey, welcome to the Kyndra Crump show." But at the time, it was like always like vulgar, like Lil Kim's hardcore album. Everybody should listen to that album. It's freaking amazing. That first track reminded me of how I was in the bedroom. But anyway, back to the story, or in the shower. I haven't had shower sex. I'm a boring person. Anyway, back to the story. So yeah, people shower be too small. Anyway, so back to the story. So yeah, it's like I actually got to that point for myself where I started via Snapchat and then I started transforming my videos from Snapchat to IG. And when it came with IG, it was late 2017, early 2018. And people were just pretty much, I couldn't get a rhythm. Like I would literally post once a week or twice out the week. Not like how I post Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays now, but it was like on a one day on a Monday, then the next day on a Friday, then I might skip a couple of weeks. Like I was running out of material. I'm like, bro, trying to go after your dreams is hard, but no, I had to find some ghostwriters. But I'm naturally funny. But then again, my ghostwriters, I wasn't paying them, so they left me. Like some of these people's edges be leaving them.
So how old are you now?
25.
Are you 25? You went to school?
I went to Clark Atlanta University, just recently graduated. Then
My
I
lady, she
went.
goes to Clark. My lady goes to Clark.
Oh, good. So you're here in Atlanta, or are you like in a whole nother state?
No, I'm in Georgia, but like I go to Savannah State.
Oh, okay. So both of y'all going to HBCUs.
Yeah.
Okay,
At
cool.
first, at first I wasn't. At first I was at Young Harris, which is a PWI. But
How'd you like it out there? Did you ever have white people say, "Can't touch your hair"?
no. But but I didn't like it there really. But so I ended up transferring here to Savannah. I'm a sophomore now. So
Okay, cool. So what's your major?
business management,
What are you trying to do with your degree?
a lot. It's a lot of things because like I'm a motivational speaker. So between that and me and my lady, we have a clothing line. It's called Overlooked and Underrated. Hence, like I also at the podcast put on. I put the podcast under that name as well. But so yeah, between those two things, and also you know how Stephen A. Smith, he's a sports analyst who debates about sports. That's part of the reason why I started the podcast debating about sports and music because I like debating about those two topics the most. Like when I
That's actually no, that's actually like pretty dope though. Like
yeah,
that's really dope that you're multifaceted with trying to do multiple things. Like if you had to rate which one you want to do in order, like from like first place to like fifth place, which one is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth?
definitely motivational speaking. Um, and then being like an analyst, the clothing line is kind of like something that we are investing in, and it's going to take off eventually. I really do think and feel it's going to be something like Nike and Under Armour. You know,
Got you, got you.
yeah.
Okay, and have you been like to end up making that happen? Because you can always like have your big break come like before you graduate college or if even graduate. So what have you been doing to actually make that type of like getting your name out there? What have you been doing?
One definitely social media. I've been trying to market like you know how people get flyers and stuff. So I've been getting flyers, just putting them out. Eventually, what I want to do is like get posters and kind of put them out like on gas station walls. You know what I'm talking about. You know those little posters that be on gas stations, things like that. But that's really what I've been doing, just trying to put it in front of people and just get it out there. I'm also trying to figure out how to get it outside of Georgia because since I'm in Georgia, it's gonna be in front of Georgia people. But I'm trying to figure out how to get it outside of Georgia. You know. But
Gotcha. Have you tried YouTube University? That's the school I graduated from, and I keep going back to that school to get my doctorate.
Never. I don't YouTube University.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that, but I was gonna say that I've been looking at getting brand ambassadors though, like paying people to wear it, and hopefully I could get someone that's like really well known to wear it, and then like pay them to wear it. So I feel like by doing that, I think that's like the best way to get it out there. having brand ambassadors. So,
well, let me say this. So, just to let you know, YouTube University is basically you go to YouTube and you learn how to do like Tupac taught me how to roll a blunt from YouTube University. I know how to actually break in and enter into a house from YouTube University. I'm not gonna do it though because anyway, back to the story. Let me say this. I think this is what people fail to realize, right? This is why for me, my route of trying to get my name out there is like via social media. And what I learned is men will support a woman faster than women will support women, you know, vice versa. Women will support men faster than men will support men. If you ever noticed that, if you haven't noticed that, keep on trying to like go after your dream and watch like how many male haters you have. Like you guys got, it's a bunch of Mitches out there. You know what a Mitch is, right? Okay, great. You got that. You got it. So
I've never heard that before, but okay.
Yeah, a Mitch, a male Mitch for all the ones that don't know. Back to the story. So with that being said, I learned that you don't have to pay for promotion. Like if you want to, you can, but you got to realize a lot of these people buy their followers. You know how many people like literally will sit here. I'm gonna give you a prime example, right? I ain't never met so many popular bums until I made it to the World Wide Web.
Popular bum.
Yes. So let me tell you what happened, okay? So I remember one time, this is like actually it's been a couple times. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've had it in your DM, whether it be on your page or your IG or like your podcast page or your regular page. I don't know if you've had have you had the Illuminati in your DM yet?
Illuminati?
Yeah, the Illuminati ain't been in your DM yet?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, the Illuminati came in my DM. This is how they came in. Let me tell you how they came in. They said, hi, we're the Illuminati. Would you like to get a lot of riches and fames and glory?
Nah, that hasn't happened to me. But I know a guy that happened to him. Somebody had texted him saying, hey, we're the Illuminati. Do you want blah, blah, blah. That stuff. So that happened to somebody else, but it ain't happening to me.
So I'll tell you what. So I'm like, oh, let me just play around. I'm just gonna like F with them, right? So I said to them, I said, yeah, tell me more about this riches and fame. They said, okay, well, in order to get like $10,000 up front, you got to give us $100. And I said, but y'all the ones with the riches and fame.
Niggas trying to scam you.
I said, y'all the ones with the riches and fame. And they said, well, in order to be a part of our group of society, that's what you have to do. I said, no, well, how about this? You give me the money up front and then I'll give you some money back. They're like, no, you got to go back. You got to give it to me. That's how it works. We were going back and forth until they realized that I was not like budging. And then they just like stopped talking to me. Right. But no, like I said, I had somebody who had a page. Right. And they said, do you want to grow your following? We're running a promotion. Give us $30 and you'll instantaneously get 100,000 followers. Okay. And I said to them, I don't pay for promotion. Well, how about give us $15 and we'll grow your following? I said, I don't pay for promotion. Give us $5 and we'll grow your following. And I said, I don't pay for promotion. Give me $1, sir. I ain't going to give you a penny. Okay, half a penny at that. And they just left me alone. A few weeks ago, I had this woman follow me randomly. And she had 66,000 followers, no posts, and she had an OnlyFans link, right? So I'm like, okay, she might be real. Okay. So I get in her DM. I say, hey, how you feeling today? And she had said to me, hey, how's it going? I asked her if she had a YouTube account. Just filling this woman out. Ask her if she had a YouTube account. She's like, well, I don't have one, but if you want, I can send your video to some people in my camp and they could like repost your video. I said, yeah, that's fine. And then she said, are you trying to like grow your following when it comes to that? And I said, I ignored that question. I said, so tell me, where are you from? She ignored me. And then some guy randomly found me who was part of her camp. And he had like 150,000 followers. And he had said, he was like, I'm going to repost one of your videos for you. Like, do you want to grow your following? And I just ignored his message. And then he had reposted my video in his story time. But let me tell you how fake both of these people were. You know how typically if you have a very large following and you post a video in the story time, people are supposed to come to your page, like you're supposed to have some type of traffic. People are supposed to like your stuff. Nobody liked my stuff. Nobody. And so I was like, yeah, this is one of those too good to be true.
I realized there was some pages that got like 100,000, 200,000 followers. And what I realized is they was DMing me saying like, yo, you want some promotion? I'm thinking, I didn't realize until I started looking at their page. I was like, it's all videos. Then it'll be like 100,000 some views. When you go to the likes, it's like 50 likes. And you're like, oh hell nah, because that's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? No way in hell you have like 350,000 views and only 99 likes. Like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like, but you know what the thing is, people, and I've had people tell me, I've had random guys be like, "Are you really like a real person?" I'm like, bro, y'all can't be this stupid your entire life. If you don't go watch it, here's my thing, right? I'm able to detect if somebody's real or not by looking at, if I can't look at their IG story, like sometimes I'm not gonna post every day, but if I don't see nothing in your IG story, then I'm going to go on your story highlights, which you, if you travel somewhere, if I don't see nothing in your story highlights, I go to your actual page and I look up the comments. If you have replied back to the comments, then I know for a fact you're real. But people say, well, sometimes, you know, people will take your whole page and like steal it. And I'm like, yeah, well, if you end up coming across that person, like just keep reporting them. Like, and again, that's what anybody out there, because I'm almost like, I'm not really famous, but I'm not really there yet. Mm-hmm. I've had a few people say, came up to me, hey, you're the comedian. I'm like, I am.
Do you like, have you done like open mic nights? Like, do you go to like comedy clubs? Like, you done on stage stuff?
So as far as with comedy clubs, I haven't really done that. I just perform everywhere. Like I'm loud. My voice carries. I don't know why I'm so loud, but I am. It's not because I'm deaf or anything. I'm loud. You know, I don't know why. But no, I actually did my first like comedy show in quotation marks over the summer. This guy had wanted to put together a comedy show with me and like seven other comedians, right? Yeah. And I told him, okay, well, he said he's gonna pay us. I'm like, cool. Well, what were we looking at? Like, okay, the show is like the show is a week from now. Why haven't we not spoken money yet? Like, what's up right there? Okay, he's like, well, how much you want, right? And I was gonna do a 20-minute set, and I asked for $50. It was via Zoom. And I told someone that, they said, Kyndra, you should have asked for more, because like he really like that was a ripoff.
But only 50 for 20 minutes?
$50 for 20 minutes.
God, oh my God. Only 50?
That's not good enough. I should have asked for 100. But you know, you live and you learn. You live in. Wait, say that again?
Probably 500.
500 for 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that could be a good discussion question. Like if you're, I don't know, like how you're following, like your analytics is when it comes with different your listeners. You can ask them like, how much money, if somebody's performing comedy and you know that they're good, how much money should you give them for a 20 minutes?
I don't think $500 is really that much for 20 minutes. Like, I feel like, and then especially.
So how much would you pay somebody to actually do a stand up for 20 minutes?
All right, because like I said, motivational speaking. So if someone wanted me to come speak for 20 minutes, 50 is definitely not coming to my mind. 50 is definitely not coming to my mind. But like I said, probably 300 to 500.
You know what? You always gotta start off high, and I think that's what it was for me.
It also depends how many people are going to be there too. It's a large audience. Oh yeah, definitely.
And that's the thing, right? And I told him, I said, bro, just give me $50. Well, you got to really promote it if you want me to give you $50. And I'm like, wait, what? No. I said, I have been promoting it. Have you not been watching my IG story? I've been promoting the hell out of this comedy show. He's like, well, the ticket sales are very low. Well, sir, is this your first time being a promoter? If this is your first time being a promoter, you need to let this be your last time being a promoter, because you are a horrible promoter. Here's my thing. This is what people fail to realize. People will support you until money is involved. Okay, especially if you're having to fork out the money. That's why I was gonna let you say this when I was talking about promotion and paying for promotion. I don't want you to sit here and feel like you gotta pay somebody to promote your stuff. If you have actual merch, you can say, hell, send me the merch and I'm gonna promote your merch for free. It's all about the connection you bring with that person. If you want to pay, that's up to you, but don't do that. Do that
I just feel like it's more like a Michael Jordan and Nike kind of thing, you know? Like that kind of thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Giving you merch and to wear. You know what I'm saying? You know how Jordan and Nike, they collab? Like Nike pays Jordan to, because like they sponsor Jordan, you know, is what they.
Yeah.
It's more so kind of like that, but tell us some of your jokes from your stand up that day.
So basically I went to this. All right, so let me just kind of start from the beginning. Okay, I had to think. All right. So, and I had to keep it clean the entire time. See, I should have, you know what I just thought about as well, man? I really should have charged him a lot more, especially if he wanted me to do clean.
Why it had to be clean?
Because he had his Facebook family listening, and it was elders and children. They wanted everything to be clean. That's what it came down to.
Okay.
That's honestly what it came down to. You ever see like a gnat in your room and you try like kill it, but you try to be like indecisive, like indiscreet about killing the bug? Yeah, if it comes over here, if you just see me doing like this, just know I was trying to kill the gnat. Just letting you know. But I'll give you my little stand-up special. But yeah, like I said, it's one of those things, and I'm gonna tell you this real quick. The reason why I think for me, I will shoot low when it comes with pricing is because I've shot high for what I've actually been worth, and people literally were like, "No, I'm not gonna help you out with that. Like, I'm gonna go to somebody else." But one thing I realized is you ain't gonna get everybody. Somebody is gonna want to pay what's owed to you at some point.
But even then, when somebody like isn't willing to pay that much, then you say, "Okay, we can negotiate." If they're not willing to, like, let's say you do say $500, and he's like, "Whoa, definitely, you know what? Never mind." Then you say, "Okay, we can negotiate." Then that's when you start talking about it, you know, instead of just letting them walk away. Then you negotiate it, you know. It's something you both can agree on.
No, of course. I mean, but you know, that was my first time. It was like a little, you know, whatever, a little set. But let me go ahead and give you my But you know what? You got your life together. You actually know how to run stuff. When I was your age, which was a couple of years ago, I didn't know much. You know, I'm still figuring out. You know, look, my frontal lobe really ain't developed yet, so you got to forgive me. Oh, hey guys. So, my name is Kyndra Crump, aka the HNIC, because I am the head nigga in charge. All right, I am so much of the HNIC that that's actually my Wi-Fi network name, and you know, none of you all can have the Wi-Fi passcode because I don't even know what it is. I think my mama changed it somehow, some way. I don't even know how she even got up in my house to change it. But anyway, I digress. Back to the story. You know, but yeah, born and raised in Atlanta. I've been here since I was 0. Okay. And so grew up in a 2-parent household, or half a 2-parent household. I think it was like half a household, because by the time I was like leaving elementary school, my parents were done with each other completely. But I honestly believe that they were done with each other prior to that. You know, like they were married on paper for 25 years, but in reality it was really 5 years. But my father, he actually was like the real HNIC. Like he but he was like vice president of Sony and Warner Brothers Records. And some of his artists were Bob Marley, Prince, Michael Jackson. I'm sure Tupac was part of the crew. And all of these people came to my house before I was born. What type of crap is that, man? like I wish I could have got a chance, like, you know, did some, hung out with these people, done, you know, passed the blunt back and forth to Bob. He would have been like, "Hey man, don't tell your dad I'm letting you hit this blunt at 5 years old." You know, it's always like Bob Marley comes across like it's that cool uncle. Be like, "Hey nephew, hey, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody." You know, did you guys know that Bob actually had 3 kids born to 3 different women within the same month? Bro, that's pimping right there. Like that is like, that's amazing, but it shouldn't be. But at the same time, it's like pretty dope. Like, how do you convince like women to be like, you know what? Hey man, hey, you know what time it is. You know it. But then again, I think it's because it's Bob. You know, like if you got the dreads, like women go crazy for men with dreads. You just want to pull them. You know, I mean, hell, that's fine. That's fine with me. Come pull my hair, sight. What you mean? You know, I had a guy one time. I had a guy who actually had dreads. His dreads were a little bit smaller than mine. And he was like, "Oh, let me try to pull your dreads." And I was like, "Oh, okay, let me kind of role playing here. Okay, why don't you?" And he just kind of yanked it too hard. I said, Sir, wait, hold on. You got a little too excited. You got too excited. Let's not do this. I remember that. It reminds me of another little story. I had another guy, worked with him. He was this type of guy. You know how one thing I realize is a lot of men will hatfish you. I get very skeptical when I have a guy come up to me with a hat on or a skull cap, because in my mind I'm like, man, he's fine. But then that 9 that he is, that scale of 1 through 10 that he's a 9, it might drop down to a 2. He takes that hat off. Okay, Plies taught me that at an early age.
What is the difference between a hat? Like, but you can still see his face. What does a hat have to do with?
The hat just makes you look a little bit better. It's like makeup for y'all dudes. It just, you look better with it on. I'm telling you the truth, okay? I'm telling you the truth. All right, why do you think Papoose was always wearing a hat in every video he went through? Okay, why do you think Plies? Come on now. Back to the story. So I remember this guy, this guy his name was Wise, and Wise is not Wise at all. They should have named him something else that really fit his personality, like Bland. Okay, because that's what he was. All right. So I remember Wise. He was also the type of guy to sit here and try to holler at any girl that came across. Okay, I didn't realize at the time, but Wise was that person. Like he worked overnights, and he came into the and I was working at Walmart at the time, and Walmart's 13th grade level of high school. You just get caught up in the drama for no reason. Like I could be working in the back by myself, and somehow my name is still up in the front. I'm like, bro, I thought y'all didn't even know me. I don't know y'all. I'm invisible. Okay, don't talk to me. But I remember this one particular day, Wise had he always would come in and he would always have his hoodie on. And like bow tie the drawstrings. And I didn't think nothing, strange about that. One day Wise said, hey, let's hang out. Okay, cool. The hangout was at his house. Well, what's up with these men? Like, don't y'all want to actually make me feel like I'm special or something like that? Why I gotta keep coming to your house? Okay, like I don't have time for this. Netflix and chill and fire stick and dick. I don't have time for this, okay? Please have some self-respect for yourself, sir. I could easily set you up. Don't do that. Back to the story. So I was up in Wise's house one day, and we're just sitting here listening to songs. And then he said, "Oh, can I, touch your hair?" I'm like, "Sure, okay, that's fine." And so he started literally saying, "I've been wanting to do this since the first day I laid eyes on you." And mind you, this was 6 months later to us actually hanging out. And I'm thinking bro, are you jacking off while thinking about my hair? Something is not all the way right with you, okay? But I think when it comes with men, when it comes with a lot of these guys who be trying to holler at me, I'm just really not impressed, because the problem is a lot of these guys are either they look like ogres, okay? They be thinking this is LA, you can shoot for the stars. Well, you better shoot your stars somewhere else, okay? They either look like ogres, they B are broke. I'm like, sir, you trying to make me go half on half with a 4 for $4 for you from Wendy's? Come on now, you ain't got $4. Come on, So either they broke. They I'm telling you, they either they broke or they ain't got a car. Now mind you, we live in New York, that'd be something different. But if you live in places where you need a car, you need, come on now, don't do that to me. So and then they think Jordans is their car. Sir, I'm a whole 175 pounds out here, okay? On a good day. I got a whole wagon back here I'm dragging. There should be no reason why I'm riding on your back as we're going to Family Dollar up the street. Can you please get some work in AC? Okay. I had or they want to, what you doing you all day? What you doing? I'm chopping up cocaine. What are you doing,
chopping
sir?
Up cocaine.
I don't have time for that. Don't have some good conversation. Or look at that. I'm all about teeth, right? Because my teeth, as you can see. All right, I had braces for a very long time, okay, on and off, and my teeth are straight. I expect your teeth to not be looking like the New York State line, but for whatever reason, they teeth be looking like the New York State line, okay? So I don't, it's bad. They'll be like, how old you is? Sir, you are 45 years old. Did you drop out of elementary school? Come on now, this is you're not looking good right now, okay? So. Or here's my favorite one. Do you smoke? I actually had a guy. I was leaving, going to my school. Like I said, I actually graduated from Clark, and I need to go get my honors cord. Right. So I was walking to my school. It's a 2-mile walk for free parking. It's half a mile walk for actually you got to pay for parking. That's how they get you. Get that exercise, baby. Get that exercise. You need to lose those hand pumps anyway. With your blubber, it's going past below your knees, and you got the audacity to wear a crop top. What's wrong with you, right?
The audacity to wear a crop top.
It'd be looking bad. So anyway, back to the story. So as I'm walking, so I had a big shirt on, and I had some shorts on, right? And so as I'm walking, this guy who's he looks like he's in our age group. As I'm walking, this guy rolls his window down. That's strike one. You didn't pull over to the car. You didn't park your car to actually come and talk to me. So he rolls his window down. He says, "Hey, excuse me." And I looked at him, and I'm like, what's up? He's like, hey, do you smoke? I'm like, oh, wow. Wow, okay. And I said, no, I don't. Here's my thing. I will with people that I know, and I do it every now and again. I'm an occasional smoker. I'm not about to sit here. Like, I remember one time when I was like couch surfing, which has been a lot of parts of my life, right? But anyway, story for another day. This is one particular time when I was couch surfing. There was this girl who I was staying with. Her cousin was a stoner. Right? Like, I don't even know how this girl had so much. It's always the people, like I was just explaining to you about the type of guys that like don't even when it comes with them trying to holler at me for whatever reason, they their priorities are all out of whack and they ain't got a car. She didn't have a car, but I think she had a license. I believe she had that, right? But she always had weed, right? But I remember there were times, no matter how many times I went to no matter how many times a day, like I could be waking up from a nap. Hey, Kyndra, you want to hit it? I can be going to go to the restroom in the middle of the night. Kyndra, you want to hit? And I'm like, man, I'm taking a leak. Can I get some full hours of sleep? I could be waking up after, in the morning when I have my breath smells like cat butt and she still wants me to hit it. Ma'am, I am intoxicating the blunt right now. Okay, come on now. That's not, be fair. Be fair, right? So anyway, back to the story. So the guy, he as he says, hey, excuse me, do you smoke? And I said to him, like, no, I'm cool. Oh wait a minute, let me say this as well. I want to shout out to all the weed men, right? I want to shout out to all the weed men who still pull out the scale for you, even though they've known you for about 10, 15 years. Like, come on now, bro, it's me. Come on, I've known you since I let you cheat off my paper in school. How you gonna still pull out the scale for me? Hey, shout out to all the weed men who don't even have an actual baggie to put the stuff in. They don't want to like put a nice little bow in it. They just dump it in your hand. Shout out to them. Yeah.
Smoke, but that sounds funny.
Y'all need to do that. Just want to let you know that. But back to the. Hey, wait. Hold on. Here's my favorite one. Shout out to all the weed men who be trying to holler at me, but don't even want to give me a discount. Be like, oh, I like you. I like you. Sir, well, I would like you a lot better if you gave me a free 3-5. But I guess we don't like each other that much, huh? Back to the story. So the guy ends up saying to me, oh, do you smoke? And I'm going to keep it real with you. I actually was surprised. I'm thinking like, okay, is that his car or is that his mama's car? Because, some of these niggas be like, trying to flex, be like, oh, yeah, this is my car right here. They be pulling up to you in the Lambo, knowing that they probably they stole that car and start joyriding it. Like, yeah, this is my car right here. Sir. There's a police behind you. They're arresting you because you stole the car. Okay, stop the crap. Okay, stop the mess. Anyway, back. Yeah, and let me say this as well, man. Y'all, for all the ones out there who are trying to buy a car, you listen, man, be careful. I had a cousin of mine who the used car salesman, he sold him a rental. Be careful. I just want to let you know that. Back to the story.
A rental. Wow. So
back to the story. So he's like, wow, you look pretty athletic. He's like, what do you play? I said, I play niggas. So what's up? Yeah. So he he's like, okay, well, can I get your phone number? I'm like, you can follow me off IG. That's what I'm doing from now on. You can just follow me off IG. If you're really serious about it, we can talk in the DM. So he did talk to me in my DM. And the first thing he said, hey, so what's up? Hey, what you doing right now? And I'm like, oh, do you have a YouTube account? He's like, I don't have one. But so what's up? What you want to, hang out? What's your number? And I'm like, wow, sir, so many questions. Can I answer one at a time? What you got ADHD? Do you need some Ritalin? Needless to say, I just told him, I said, hey, just, I like to get to know people a little bit better first to hear, and then give him my number. He ain't never said nothing back to me. Back to the story. So I think, like I said, when it comes with men, right, and one of the man I hope I end up coming across before I get taken off the streets for good, it's Rapper the Game. Jayceon Terrell Taylor, I know you're watching this podcast. I know you're listening to me doing this stand-up. You need to respond back to my DM, sir, that I sent you on April 19, 2020, 8:08 p.m. April 19, 2021, 9:38 p.m. And then I went to your other IG page, and I think it's called The Game, and I sent you a message a few weeks back. You need to respond back. I'm not playing no games with you.
What did you say to him?
Yeah, at The Game, he knows what time it is. I was very respectful. I didn't send him a picture of my hoo-ha. Okay, I'll show you in person. That's the type of person I am. You can play with this pubic hair and all. Okay, you can play with this pubic hair and all. I got that good curl pattern because I got some Cherokee in my blood. Okay, I be like just talking like, hey, little Puby. That's the name of her. I call her Puby. You know, all people like, man, you don't shave, bro. No, for what, man? You know what? I used to actually shave, right? I used to shave because society tells you to shave, right? Because they're like, oh, it looks gross. And no, honey, I got this 1970s bush, okay? You can braid it back. I mean, it's not that much hair. And not right now. You know, I ain't shaved about 3 months, but it's going to probably grow back. Catch me next year. I'm going to be braiding it. I'm going to be giving it looking like, it's going to look like Queen Latifah from Set It Off. Okay, so that's all I'm just trying to say about that. But think about it, man. Some of y'all celebrities crushes don't probably shave. Erykah Badu, I know for a fact, don't shave. And I'm similar to Erykah Badu, but not really. Okay, that's probably why ain't no man been up in my cooter cat, because I can change him from inside out. Because listen, this little cooch has some powers, okay? Just know that, all right? That's why I said it's only reserved for one person. Hopefully, if not the game, it's for my husband. Whoever my husband is. Because right now, I'm about to, you know what? If I don't end up being with nobody by age 40, oh well. That's how I am. I mean, listen, maybe, you know, I can be a nun. I can go try to be a nun. I actually came across a black nun not too long ago. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's a black nun.
Think about it. No, think about it. I don't even think I've ever seen a black nun on TV. Now I think about it.
I've seen one in real life, and it was so freaking exciting. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, the black nun was like, and I was like, hello, sister. And she left me a tip. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see you in heaven, you know. But yeah, like I said, speaking of heaven, I want to talk a little bit. You know, I grew up let me go back with my family. My parents, like I said, my mom evangelistic. My parents got divorced, and so my father took the money with him, right? So we started off at riches, and now we're like at rags where I am. And that's why I'm trying to do all these podcasts so I can get the hell out of Section 8 neighborhood. Let me tell you how hood my neighborhood is, right? I was walking to a leasing office, and there was furniture in the pool. Let me tell you how awesome hood our neighborhood is.
It was furniture in the pool. Wow.
Yeah. Trash day. Maybe somebody got mad that they were getting evicted. I said, I'm going to show y'all. Throws the furniture in the pool. Trash day is Monday morning at like 9 o'clock in the morning, right? They leave the trash. They leave. Trash men come. They leave and everything else. So tell me why by noon it's filled back up. And it's probably, and here's the thing, we ain't got that many people in our apartment complex. We really don't have that many people. Okay, it's people from across the way. It's those babies, kids, mamas down the street who don't want to pay for no sanitation bill, but they want to keep the weed man's bills on and the liquor store's lights still on. Okay, they paying for the wrong thing. Okay, so yes, it was really it's hood. Okay, so like I said, back to the story. So my mom's an evangelist, right? And so, you know, growing up, we always had to go. I went to church like 3 times a week and everything else. And I kept thinking about like so many different things. Like I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, like women are really jealous. I know for a fact that Eve counted all of Adam's ribs to make sure another woman wasn't created. Like I know they were doing stuff in the back in the day, man, in the biblical days and stuff like that. I know for a fact that that's what happened. You know, and hey, and speaking of the Bible, I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Job because his name looks like Job. I mean, I just want to keep it. I really want to give it. Yeah, Job. You know, in the Bible, his name looks like Job. I kept calling him Job for so long. I'm like, that's not his name. His name is Job. Oh shoot, my bad. You know, but no, like I said, man. One thing I always realize is like, you know, you got to always keep God first no matter what. And I always tell people, I'm like the grandma from Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. Like I will sit here, I'll pray over you, and then I'll open up a can of whoop on you, and I'll go smoke a blunt after I've done drug you through the neighborhood. You know, smoke a blunt with you. Why not? You listen, I done gave you the best ass whooping of your life. And you know, here, just smoke the blunt to ease the pain. But don't try me again. And that is my comedy set for the time being. The end. I'm Kyndra Crump, and make sure y'all do cocaine because crack is wet.
Make sure. Hey yo, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. That was funny. But real quick, I wanted to ask you real quick. But that really was funny. That was hilarious. I definitely got to share that. But so like I remember you had told me something about like obstacles that was like that weren't in your way in the past and like obstacles you currently face. So like tell me about like some of that. You know, the obstacles that you had faced.
Well, the obstacles that I face, and I know I got like 5 minutes left, and then we're going to come back for a part 2. But the obstacles that I have faced over time is number one, people not wanting to believe in your dreams. You got your family, people that I learned that strangers will support you faster than your own family will.
Hell yeah.
Right? And
my family's for me.
And you can't get upset about that. So strangers will support you faster than your own family will. Also, I've learned that the obstacles is you're gonna have. I've had people want me charge me to be on their podcast. I've had people give me the runaround. People I was supposed to do a podcast with the day of, like a few minutes before, they never even showed up to their own podcast, and we spoke like 5 minutes before.
Damn.
And they still never showed up. That's happened. I've had people who are men who wanted me to prostitute myself to try to put me on. Sir, nobody wants to get down with your inchworm, okay? I'm sorry, not sorry, all right? Please put it away. Put it away. Have some self-respect about yourself. Don't you have daughters? Come on now. So yeah, those are really the main obstacles. Not all like when it comes to going after your dreams, you have seasons in your life. You have seasons where you're gonna do really well, and you have seasons where you're not gonna do so well, and you have to be okay with that. So those are a few obstacles.
And what advice would you give to like people that want to be a comedian? You know.
Well, this advice is universal amongst everyone, anybody going after their dreams. Number one, behind every no, there is a yes. Okay? And I want people to remember that. Behind every no, there is a yes. Number two, you got to keep God first, man, no matter what. Like, no matter how my day is going. And I always tell, man, people, if you spell God with a lowercase g, keep me out your prayers, man. I don't even want to be around you. I don't want to be associated with you. I don't want to know you. If you use the Lord's name in vain, I don't want to be around you. You like stuff like that be irking me. But I always keep God first no matter what. I always thank God. Like when I'm booking the podcast, thank you, God, for putting me in the right places. I always give him the honor, glory, and praise. And that's what you have to do. You go very far when you have a great faith-based foundation. Now, you don't have to be like some T.D. Jakes or anything else like that. Oh, here's a joke for you. Women who are built like T.D. Jakes be the ones who are mainly messy. So I want to let you know that. But anyway, back to the story.
You said so, like what?
If they're built like T.D. Jakes, those are the ones who are very messy. But no, so like I said, I just keep God first. Behind every no, there is a yes. And we all have the same 24 hours. What are you doing with your 24 hours? And here's my thing. The black myth is you can sleep when you die. You're going to die early if you don't get any sleep. It's okay to not take a day of rest. You don't have to, find stuff to rejuvenate yourself. Get back to that woosah. Be productive at the end of the day. So that is my answer to that.
And last thing, are you overlooked and underrated as a comedian?
You said, do I feel overlooked or underrated?
And underrated, yeah.
I don't know. I've never had that question. You're the first person to ask me that question. I might get overlooked. I don't really feel it though. I don't feel it. To answer your question, so to answer your question, you know that emoji that has that guy who's like, that's my answer to that.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, yo, we appreciate you being here on the Overlooked and Underrated podcast. Kyndra?
Kyndra, just call me Ken.
I thought there was an A after the Ken or after the key, but Kyndra Crump here. What's your Instagram handle?
The Kyndra Crump Show. So for all of them, I'm gonna have to spell it slow because a lot of y'all like the highest graded weed in the dispensary. A lot of y'all's wheels don't go. A lot of y'all's wheels on y'all's bus don't go round and round. D as in the, KY, N as in Nancy, D as in David, R as in Robert, A as in Apple, CRU, M as in Mary, P as in Paul Show. Not with no money sign. I'm not no fake ass ASAP Rocky. SHOW. And listen, man, to all you adults out there in quotation marks who still put the money sign for S, are probably the same adults who still text you day, dad, this, and them, and still throw up the middle fingers in pictures. Can you grow up at some point? Because I'm not going to be talking to you if I see you with middle fingers in your pictures and you got a gun in your profile. Like, oh, you trying to shoot me? What you trying to shoot me for? I didn't do nothing to you. But no, so that's my Instagram. My YouTube is Kyndra Crump. My own podcast is called The Kyndra Crump Show. It comes on at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You are more than welcome to come on my podcast if you like.
All right, bet. Do you is yours live or is it like recorded?
No, it's recorded. It's recorded.
Okay. That's cool. All right, bet that up. So y'all go check her out. We'll see y'all later on some other time. Overlooked Underrated podcast where we have hot takes, unpopular opinions come to light, and hidden gems finally get to shine. You know what I'm saying?